It's nobody's fault.
Well, they must have climbed over the wall because now they're here, trekking down to Mecca to see the Prophet.
Welcome to Freedom and Liberty Watch. Today, we're diving into The View's latest display of liberal deflection, denial, and democratic damage control. Get ready for a wild ride as we watch these hosts perform Olympic-level mental gymnastics defending California's leadership failures, turn a natural disaster into an immigration talking point, and have a complete meltdown over a Democrat daring to visit Mar-a-Lago. Speaking of leadership failures, let's start with how The View's host tried to explain away California's infrastructure collapse. You know what's worse than a natural disaster? Watching liberal media desperately try to cover for failed Democratic leadership. Get ready to witness The View's hosts bend over backwards to defend the indefensible as they try to explain why California's infrastructure crumbled faster than their arguments. Let's watch this masterpiece of responsibility dodging.
Governor's gutless and your mayor's gutless. They need to throw them all out, but we'll figure out some way to blame this on Donald Trump.
I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt and reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full, the state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us.
I take great offense at pointing fingers. You should be pointing fingers about how can we help?
Yeah.
It's too soon to be saying, oh, it's Gavin's fault. It's nobody's fault. It's like us taking seriously that there are, magic lasers in the sky that direct the weather. That doesn't work. It doesn't happen.
Did you catch Whoopi's masterclass in liberal deflection? It's nobody's fault, except when they need someone to blame for their failed policies. Governor Newsom's performance was particularly entertaining. I was getting different answers. Well, Governor, that's what happens when you spend more time practicing your hair gel routine than actually governing. Now, brace yourselves for some Olympic-level cognitive dissonance as Sunny Hostin manages to mock border security while praising Mexican assistance. The mental gymnastics here deserve a perfect 10. Let's watch.
I was thrilled to learn that Mexico was sending aid, the very people that Donald Trump would like to build the wall against. Well, they must have climbed over the wall because now they're here helping put out these fires. But who I don't applaud is someone like Jesse Waters on Fox News. This is what he said. He blamed LA fires on diversity. He blamed them on California's woke. It was unbelievable. I thought it was fake news. He said that California's woke politics and DEI are the reasons for the fires because Newsom has been tearing down dams because Native Americans, but he called them Indians, wanted some of the river back so they could catch salmon. And Gavin didn't just knock down one dam for the Indians. He knocked them all down. He knocked down 4 of the dams.
Well, wasn't that special? Sunny Hostin couldn't resist taking a cheap shot at border security with her "they must have climbed over the wall" comment. Nothing says unity quite like using a natural disaster to score political points. And notice how quickly they pivoted to attacking Fox News. It's like they have a built-in reflex programmed by their producers. For our grand finale, watch these hosts short-circuit faster than a Tesla in a rainstorm as they process the unthinkable. A Democrat actually working across the aisle. Their reaction to Fetterman's Mar-a-Lago visit is pure comedy gold. Let's watch.
What do you plan on talking about with the president?
Well, yeah, I'm asking to be named the Pope of Greenland.
Do you have a specific
No, I'm just having a comment. I mean, this is going to be the president. And I am not just the senator for Democrats in Pennsylvania. I'm the senator for everyone in Pennsylvania. And my state picked Donald Trump as president. And if I have the opportunity to have that conversation, and I bet we're going to find things to work together for a better Pennsylvania and a better nation. And that's why I'm engaging in this.
I have to say, I don't like the optics of him going down to Mar-a-Lago because I think that's become kind of like, Donald Trump's little palace, and it's like trekking down to Mecca to see the Prophet. So I don't like that. I don't, and it feels like he's yucking it up. Donald Trump is not normal. And so what used to be normal becomes something that we talk about.
I don't like the optics of going down to Mar-a-Lago and kissing the ring. I mean, Donald Trump will be in Washington. He should have been in Washington already because he should have been transitioning with his team, but he has refused to sign the GSA agreement and wants to go with his own ethics plan. And so that's one of the reasons why he's not in Washington yet. And so I take objection to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't seen liberals this panicked since someone suggested personal responsibility might be a good thing. Ana Navarro comparing Mar-a-Lago to Mecca tells you everything you need to know about their cult-like mentality. And how about Sunny Hostin's immediate pivot to criticizing Trump's transition process? Because heaven forbid we acknowledge any attempt at bipartisanship without throwing in some Trump derangement syndrome. That's all for today. But before you go, let me ask you something. When did the liberal media become so terrified of actual bipartisanship? Is The View really about having different viewpoints, or just different versions of the same left-wing talking points? If you're tired of watching the mainstream media's mental gymnastics and want real, unfiltered conservative commentary, hit that subscribe button right now. By subscribing to Freedom and Liberty Watch, you're not just following a channel, you're joining a movement that's dedicated to exposing liberal hypocrisy and defending conservative values. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Which moment from today's episode of The View made you shake your head the most? Was it their desperate defense of California's failed leadership? Their cheap shots at border security? Or their panic over a Democrat daring to work across the aisle? And don't forget to hit that share button. Spread the word and help others see through the mainstream media's smoke and mirrors. Every share helps counter the liberal narrative and brings more Americans to the truth. Remember to ring that notification bell so you never miss our take on the latest liberal meltdowns. We're always here to bring you the conservative commentary that the mainstream media doesn't want you to hear. Until next time, keep thinking critically and remember, sometimes the best comedy writes itself.